Right, and go.
I'm Jenny Pacanowski, Pacanowski.
All right, I want to tell you, I just saw, I'm going to butcher the name. I heard it said so many different ways,
Yeah.
but Dionysus in America.
Right, Dionysus in America.
Dionysus
There
in
we
America.
go.
Okay, all right. I thought it was fabulous. You're the writer of the play?
I am the playwright of Dionysus in America, yes.
It's really very well written. I found it filled with a lot of paradox and ambiguity, and I loved the story was so spiritual, the setup of it. So tell me a little bit about your process in writing this play.
I was actually assigned this project to explore the Bacchae with the Kula Theater. They were doing some veteran programming that they got a National Endowment of the Arts grant. So they brought veterans in, and we were working with veterans and family members, and we were working on these Greek texts. And I picked the Bacchae because I wanted to do the Mother's Lament. I wanted to write that because somehow it ended up missing from Euripides' original writing of it. So really I kind of worked backwards. We explored the text with the actors that I was working with at the time. We did a staged reading in New York City, and so I was working on it that whole time, listening to the actors and the veterans and veteran family members say the words over and over again. And by craft, I'm a poet, so I made the choral odes into poetry.
I love your poetry, by the way, and I love the whole Greek chanting kind of thing that you add to it. I'm telling you, this play you couldn't guess what was next. It's just so well put together. So why I found interesting two things I want to ask you about. Grab them by the pussy is one. That got my attention right off the top.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, how did that come about? How did that become a part of this play?
It was my way to deal with the commander-in-chief saying something like that. It was my way to process it. It was my way to just deal with that, because as a former military member, hearing someone that was your commander-in-chief, it affected me in a way I didn't even expect, because usually I just ignore the news and I ignore a lot of that stuff going on because I focus on my community and what I can do in my community, because the national stuff feels too big to handle on my own. It was my way to make. I kind of want to say reclaim it.
Yeah. Okay.
Or at least create a dialogue around it that we could have a conversation about how it really affects the women in our world, and how it affects how we're raising our children, and hearing it as if it's something that's okay, and it's not okay.
Having your play as part of the AVAFest, has that been a healing experience for you? Can you? Is there any therapeutic value to this process?
Yes. I would say that theater helped me come home. Helped me come home from the war, helped me process all the things that were raging inside of me, and now I put them on stage. Which creates a very, very nice place. Instead of festering inside my body and tearing me apart from the inside out, I find a way to process it, and then I teach other veterans how to do the same, and now civilians, and so it's like a full circle community thing. AVA Festival has given me the opportunity to see this in the Vortex. It's my very first play, and to see it to full production, and it's It's been a wild, wild ride.
Wow, it's your very first
This is my
play.
very first play, yes.
That is so fascinating because you are an excellent playwright.
Thank you.
I love the whole ensemble feel of the cast.
I love that.
The whole spiritual element. I like the way that it was, how slowly you put it together, how it started somewhere else, and then you took those spiritual moments, you know, with the cast before it started, the ritual.
The initiation
Yes,
into the tribe.
You have to come and see this play. I don't know if this will be, some of this will be posted online, but I hope you come and see this play. Say the name again for me.
Dionysus in America by Jenny Pacanowski.
Dionysus in America. You don't want to miss it. It is really fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Would you just tell us a little bit about being a medic in the Army? Were you in the Army?
Sure. I was in the Army. I was a medic. I was in Iraq in 2004. I did medical support for convoys.
Okay.
So that was part of my journey, and I really struggled in the transition coming home. There weren't a lot of services when I came home, especially for women combat veterans. Not a lot of people knew what to do with me or how to help me. So I got involved in writing and the community and the arts, and then I decided to take what I learned and share it with other veterans. Because this is not a new concept, this veteran storytelling that I do in my organization, Women Veterans Empowered and Thriving. We invite the community in, we tell them our stories, we have community reflections, we have the tough conversations. Don't ask if you killed anybody, don't ask women or men if they were raped. Don't talk to veterans like they're headlines.
Yeah.
Talk to them like they're people.
Yeah.
And we have that opportunity in theater after we tell our stories to have those conversations and tell people, reconnect, build that bridge between veterans and civilians. And we can do that through theater.
Yes.
So that's my passion, that's my love. Playwriting is the bonus.
Well, that's so good. Well, I enjoyed your play, and I'm enjoying meeting you. Thank you so much for being a part of AVAFest.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, we'll have you. We'll have you again next year.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
God
Some
bless
poetry.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.